promising some videos for quite some time, and I finally got a moment to do it. So I thought today I'd talk to you guys about Solomon seal and how to harvest it, and actually show you the difference between true Solomon seal and false Solomon seal. You often find them growing closely together. We have a very lovely true Solomon seal right here. And as you can see, when you look underneath, you'll see it has, this is where the flowers go in the spring, and it buries underneath here in the fall. But even after, if you don't see any flowers or berries, you can just look or feel under here, and you can see these little guys right here. Whereas the false Solomon seal, if you come over here with me, you can see it looks very similar. Are you too close? But with the false Solomon seal, you'll look underneath and there is no little spikies where the flowers or berries would be. Instead, there's berries or flowers at the end here. That is the way that you can tell the difference on the top. So let's come back over here to our true Solomon seal. And we'll get a nice close-up of this plant. True Solomon seal, or Polygonatum biflorum, we would use the root in herbal medicine. It's cooling and moistening, but it is also astringent at the same time. It is really helpful for strengthening the bones, marrow, and tendons. It can help lubricate the tendons and ligaments, and also the muscles and joints. It's actually specific for supporting the joints, such as ball and socket joints or a shoulder and hip joint. And it can actually help where there's too much tension. It can relax it, or if there's too much laxity, it can help tighten those ligaments. So it helps normalize the tension. It is excellent for connective tissue, as a connective tissue anti-inflammatory. And is very specific for when there's not enough lubrication in the joints. Think about arthritis, or anytime you can really feel or hear it, like if you move your neck and you can hear it crackling and creaking in your neck, your back, your hips, your knees, your fingers, stuff like that. You can use it, you can make a decoction out of it, which is the way you would make an herbal tea out of roots. Since it's the root of the plant that we're using, you could make an herbal oil with it to apply topically. You can make a liniment with it by soaking it in rubbing alcohol, or you could use it as a tincture. There's a lot. Solomon seal is awesome. I love Solomon seal. Right now I'm going to show you the root of the true Solomon seal, and then afterwards we'll go over and we'll look at the root of the false Solomon seal. So you don't need a lot to find the root of the Solomon seal. It's not usually very far down. Watch, I'm going to find one that is now. I am in kind of like a composting type pile here in the woods. This is a nice, oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so this right here, you see this little point here? This is where next year's plant is going to shoot up. So if we go at the other end of it, we're going to find wormies. We're going to find our nice root here. You can see it looks like there's one little knuckle bone of it. Got something else going on over here that's not part of our Solomon seal. Like I said, I'm in like a compost pile type thing going on here.
Yeah, it's like it.
And it's really quite comfy here. Our Solomon seal likes it in this pile. It likes to grow in shaded areas. Where are you, buddy?
What else is a Solomon seal good for?
Let's see if we can find it here. I feel like this guy's going straight down, actually. Ah, hi.
I don't like that type of bug.
So this guy's actually going further down. Usually it just goes...
Like straight out. Oh, jeez.
Can I take these guys out? Oh, and this right here is a Solomon seal. It's not part of this one. But you can see this little guy. Where's the...
There it is.
There it is. So you can see it's got like, it's white, like a bone. It looks like a finger bone. And you can see where each year it has grown before, it leaves like this little knuckle bone. We're gonna save this guy, but we're still gonna try and look further down for this
There's
one.
a worm.
I don't know where that one came from actually. We are in a nice patch of Solomon seal here. As you can
Just
see.
like,
You wanna take the wormy?
I just want to take the worm. Oh, okay. I think you need a worm. Who doesn't love some good worms? Just gonna put you while Mom digs.
All right, so what we're doing is we want to leave enough of the root for for it to continue to thrive. So we can actually harvest this without hurting a plant itself. And in actuality, doing this can actually,
Look how big that is.
it's a little big one, but we're just gonna take a little bit of it.
That worm scared me.
And what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave a few knuckles beforehand. That other piece that I took up was probably a broken piece of this, maybe not. So we're gonna try and find, and then all we do, and actually what can sometimes happen is the part of the root that you cut will actually grow another plant next year. So what you end up having is two plants dropping more seeds and actually helping to increase the population of the plant rather than decreasing it. We'll probably dig up another one. Just, wow, that's a big close-up, I'm thinking. Nobody needs to get that close to my face. And now I'm going to show you the difference between that and the false Solomon seal root. So this right here is our false Solomon seal root. That is not the root, that is a branch.
That is a branch.
I probably picked a not so good spot. Actually, let's go across.
There's another
Because
one.
across, you can see a little bit better. This is just the other side of the trail. Like I said, Solomon seal and false Solomon seal often grow near each other. So here you can see we have a false Solomon seal. It's got the berries on the end. And if we dig, you can see here is the end where the new false Solomon seal is going to come up next year. So we'll dig at the opposite end of it. And what we'll see, maybe, it's here somewhere. All right, here we go. Oh, don't pull it down that way.
There's a knuckle there.
There's a little knuckle, but you'll notice something different about the root. Is that it's not white, it's more like a brownish yellow.
See if we want to compare it.
If you want to compare it to the true Solomon seal, you can see in color. I'm not going to disturb this guy too much. But you see, there's another knuckle there. It's obviously dirty, we're in the ground. But the false Solomon seal has more of a yellow to it. Okay, so what we have here, as far as I can tell, this is a false Solomon seal, and right next to it is our true Solomon seal. So if you want to come in here, I think we'll find a nice little root down here. Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh!
Right under the, so you can see where it's going to come up next year. Oh, this is a really good example right here. That's where it's going to come up next year. And then where we follow it down, it looks like a spinal cord with all those nerve endings and stuff. Look at that. So then all you need to do, you're going to leave a bit for it to pull up nutrients. And then we're going to run into the tree here. That's not all of it. There's more down here. Look at that. Isn't he handsome?
It kind of looks like fingers.
Yep. And then we will bury him back up. Now let's take a look at this guy that's right next to him. So this is the true Solomon seal. And this is the one that I said I was pretty sure was false Solomon seal. This is funky. So you can look down there. Yeah, this is where next year's is going to grow up.
Jesus! That worm scared me.
It's a branch.
No, the worm right there.
Ow.
It was just like squirming around on the paper, and I was like, ah.
And this one I'm still pretty sure is false Solomon seal.
You can see it's different colors from the other ones.
Right there. I'm going to bury him back up. Nice and composty. Tucked in nice for bed. Where'd my clippers go? There they are.
They're buried.
They're buried. So that is the difference between true and false Solomon seal. Is there anything else I want to remember to tell you guys? Oh, it's also actually really good for the lungs. It's known to be helpful for kids with whooping cough. It can help tone and yet relax the lungs and help with that cough. That's all I can think of for now, but I do have a complete herbal monograph on my blog that you can check out. And I hope you found this interesting. I'll see you later. Bye.